Hello, my name is Danielle. I'm originally from Corpus Christi, Texas, and I graduated in the Houston-Tillotson University Master of Business Administration class of 2025. And welcome to From Classroom to Career, the Alumni Spotlight. I would definitely say my community was the biggest factor in me deciding to earn an MBA. Before I started working at the university, an MBA never seemed like it was part of my plan and part of my journey. However, when I got here, I felt very encouraged by faculty and other staff members who have actually also completed the program. And I felt like there was only encouragement and support. And without that, I don't think I would have been able to make that decision so confident. I think professionally, I wanted it to give me a direction on where my life is headed 20 years down the line. But whenever I went through the program and now that I'm done, I would definitely say that I know there doesn't have to be exactly one avenue that I go down. There can be many different areas that I start working in, and there can be many things that I do throughout the course of my career. I think something that really showed me that was being in classes with professors that not only teach at several universities, but also have their own businesses. They also do work consulting. So I would say that I definitely learned that there doesn't only have to be one option. I would definitely say that my days felt a lot shorter whenever I was in the MBA program. It required me to heavily time manage my schedule. My classes required me to be in person, in class Friday nights, online on Saturday mornings, and that doesn't include the time that I spent working full-time as well. So it definitely required a lot of social sacrifice, which was really difficult for me at the time. And it required me to really balance my life in a way that felt very difficult at the time, but now that I look back and I see what I did sacrifice, I think those sacrifices were worth it whenever I see the end goal. I would definitely say my strategic and global management class was the class that helped me put everything into perspective. During our class, we had to do a project on international expansion on a real Austin-based company. So for this project, I partnered with a sustainable beauty company and I planned an entire launch for a business in Canada. And I think that this really showed me every aspect that you need to think of whenever you are in a business world. And that includes marketing, that includes the finance perspective, that includes operations, managing risks, and analyzing return on investment. So it really helped me look at the bigger picture. And I think on the outside, it doesn't really seem like there is as many moving parts as there is, but you really learn to understand how every decision that you make affects something in the business and what you can do to minimize any risks and maximize reward. I would say that I became really confident after earning my MBA. I think that it helped me stand a lot taller and be more confident whenever I ask questions. I also think it helped me become more confident engaging in conversations where I almost felt like it wasn't my place to speak on before. But now I feel like I feel more qualified, and I feel like I have a professional ground to stand on whenever I do have those discussions. In my decision theory and business analytics class, I learned how to make a dashboard, something that happens in Excel. You take data and you use it to make decisions about a business. And for this, I used a end-of-year freshman survey, and I took information about students' feedback on our on-campus resources and used that to make direct correlations as to why our freshman retention rate is what it currently is. Freshman retention rates are very important at any college or university, so I think that really understanding what affects those rates is very important. So I was able to use that data to make intentional and direct solutions to retention issues. So I'm currently in the same role that I was before I entered the program, and I would definitely say that it really elevated all of my professional development skills, and whether that be, again, with the confidence in the way that I speak, but in the way that I think as well. I would say that I have a more strategic mindset, and I back a lot of my decisions based on data, which is very important in the business world. I think that overall I'm a more rational thinker, and I feel like it really helped me develop all the necessary skills that I use in my everyday life. I would say I have a very supportive system, same as I did before I started the program, and I'm really even being encouraged to move further in my education now with that same network that encouraged me to join the master's program. Being encouraged to do a doctorate, and which is something that I'm considering now, and just as I never assumed that I would do a master's program and that it would never be in my cards, now the situation is kind of turning into the same thing with the doctorate, where it is something that I am highly considering, and it's really because of the supporting community that I have around me. I have always known from a young age that education is something that can never be taken away from you, and I think that that is reason enough. I think that the pros outweigh the cons, and while it may be the most difficult thing that you've done in your life, like it has been in mine, that all the hard work does pay off, and at the end of the day you're investing in yourself and you're investing in your knowledge, and again, that is something that can never be taken from you. I would say that efforts are always valuable whenever perspective is earned. My name is Danielle, and I am part of the Houston Tillotson Master of Business Administration class of 2025. Thanks for watching.